The Foundation coming at you with the reaction to UFC 13. Before I get into that, I was glad that I didn't watch this fight. I didn't have to buy this fight because I would have been disappointed, with the Nunez and Shevchenko incident and all that. Well, it's not Shevchenko's fault, I was talking with Pettis about the whole weight cut, and all that, and apparently Nunez had a hard time cutting weight, and it took a toll on her body and all that. According to Dana White, it was she was cleared, but she made a business decision of not competing. I'm not gonna hold that against her because is kind of thing like like you're doing what's best for you as well too. You want to do the fans and all that, but if you're like half dead walking, then you're not giving everything, and then as a paying fan, you wanna see everybody at their best and everything. But I do feel bad for Shevchenko, and I understand her frustration. So I'm not gonna refute anything what she said. If she feels that way, that's how she feels. And she made a lot of great points as well too. Anyway, on to the fight. I just gonna go through the ones that I predicted. First off, Travis Hopper Brown versus Olenek. Olenek won in the second round with a rear naked chokehold this time. But in the beginning, Travis, shucks. Sorry, I'm brother. Hopper, he got him some good shots, and Olenek, to his credit, man, he has a strong chin. He rocked him in the beginning, Hopper did, but he just was there the whole time. Came close in the first round, and then I mean, he even dropped Travis some good one in the first round, and then the second round, he started getting to a mean scramble, and then he had him pretty good on the ground, and then got into a scramble, and Olenek is the crafty guy that he is, took his back and got the chokehold. Shucks. Next was the Overeem and Verdum fight. Whoever you're a fan of, you're either happy or you're extremely mad. Overeem got the nod on it. This one was, it was very, I don't know. I mean, you don't want to go into a draw, but man, it would be irritating whoever would have lost. You kind of get like, what a great fight, but at the same time too, you kind of go, man, the other guy won. I mean, you can make points on both sides. Overeem in the beginning got the huge, was looking good. Great combinations. Even rocked him a few times. And slowly, you could see that Verdum really wanted to get to the ground. He was pulling guard. This stand, as soon as he got the clinch, he started pulling guard. But he was showing some. Verdum wasn't shy about it. He was showing some nice combinations as well. And then in the second round was more pick and choose. Then in the third round, that was the one. It was like, how do you score that round? Did you give a 10-9 or a 10-8? I hate talking about points and all that, but at the same time too, Verdum really took control in that second round, getting a clear knockdown, and then held him down the rest of the round and all that. So depending on what depending on what you're looking at, you could say that you agree with Overeem that he didn't do anything while he was on top. So if you rocked him that bad, then why didn't you do more, and so forth. But again, if you're a fan of Verdum, you're extremely pissed. If you're an Overeem fan, you're happy. But you can make cases on both sides on why they should have won. Next is Pettis and Jim Miller. Pettis got the win. This was an exciting fight. I mean, they were throwing things out of nowhere. They were throwing, the kicks from all kinds of directions, flying knees. I don't know what they call them. When you kind of do that handstand, and then hand go on one hand and then do that kick and everything. And Jim Miller, he was giving some good leg kicks in the beginning, but Pettis was just all over, He looked comfortable. He looks rejuvenated. I would say rejuvenated. That maybe now he understands how to maintain his weight and and everything like that. And maybe he needed a little time away from that side and all that, so to kind of gather himself and everything. And finally, the Whitaker and Romero fight. Whitaker, the new middleweight champion. In that first, the first 2 rounds was what I thought. Big shots, huge takedowns, great leg kicks. His knee, you could hear him in the corner, his knee was sore, his knee was hurting real bad, and, basically the coach said, what, you're not going to, crying about it is not going to win it for you kind of thing, and he did what he did what he had to do for get his fighter to snap out of it. But, Whitaker, again, pinpoint accuracy on some of his kicks and his punches and everything like that. Really took the pace away from Romero. Kept on coming forward. Really put him on his heels, so to speak. And then finally, he finally was like, I'm gonna secure this win with a takedown. And and from that point on, you could tell that Romero was gassed already. So he became the interim champion. What's next? Is GSP on the horizon? Is he serious or is he not? What is going on with that? Or is Bisping gonna go straight forward for that undisputed title, to make it undisputed, whatever. But anyway, it was overall the other fights, I can talk about those fights. Had a lot of great fights on this one. I probably would have been pissed that I got the fight for spending money, but then, and having the expectation of Nunes and Shevchenko on it. But then I probably would have been kind of happy that I did get it, but it was free, so I don't care. Alrighty, this is the foundation. Mahalo.